Okay, we got another one. You know what I'm saying? The message continues. Can't stop now. Can't stop, won't stop. This one say, Kirk debates atheists on God's existence. This is how it go.
Kirk 25 or call 972-PATRIOT. Use promo code KIRK25 for a free month of service.
Patriot Mobile. Is that something like Metro PCS or something? I don't know.
Hey, Charlie. Been watching your videos for a long time.
What we got?
Been a big fan of yours. One thing I will say is that I have come out here not only because I turned conservative in about 2016 with Trump's first run. I've always also been a devout atheist.
Okay.
And I've been proud in my beliefs with that. I find the the Bible, to be a very fictitious book. I find that it has a lot of contradictions that are
You take that back.
not squared away by anybody that finds it, that reads it. So I'm just want to know one thing I want to get for you before we dive into that is how can we get more people of different faiths to come to the conservative movement instead of, because a lot of what I see of you is espousing on Christian virtues and to a lesser extent Jewish, but I think that there could be a lot more that we could do with ideas rather than the beliefs of religion.
Let's start with the idea of atheism,
10 Commandments. That's all you need, okay?
if that's okay.
Sure.
I'm going to go through all of the arguments for God's existence.
Okay.
I want you to tell me if you've heard them before or if they are compelling.
Okay.
First is what's called the ontological argument for God, which ontos comes from the Greek. It's the Greek word for being.
Sure.
So the highest conception of human beings, we can only conceptualize that which is real. And so the highest conception of our own, combined wisdom is God. I think this is the weakest argument for God, to be perfectly honest.
Right, I'll agree with you there, yeah.
Yeah, but it is a proof that on an ontological view of God. The second of which is called the cosmological view of God, coming from the Greek word cosmos, which means all-encompassing creation.
Sure.
If you look around with creation, there are 15 fine-tuned measurements that if anyone went off by a micron, our entire existence would not exist. The tilt of the earth, our proximity to the sun, our configuration of oxygen to carbon dioxide. In fact, we can look at the probability of our existence. It's 1 in multiple trillions that all of this would come together at an exact time, let alone consciousness.
Imagine being able to build an app with your...
What are y'all doing? Come on, man. What's going on? Trying to watch this.
Human beings, let alone our DNA.
The heck?
Sure, I want to counter that with the fact that there are millions upon millions of galaxies with millions upon millions of their own stars, with millions and millions of their own planets.
Is it? Where's your proof?
If we didn't, I don't think that if this Earth was not in this exact space as it exists now, I think that is also not compelling, because we would have found existence on in another location in the universe if it was not just in this space.
I don't have enough faith to believe that, but let me continue onwards. Then there is what's called the teleological argument for God.
No way. Don't in science itself say we would not be able to live on another planet because the oxygen is too much, right? It's too hot, or it may be too cold. So the temperature here is just right. It's livable.
God. That comes from the Greek word telos, which means, we get the word telescope. It means goal, destination, or purpose. This here goes to an argument that for every cause, for every effect, there must be a cause. So, for example, we can agree that space, time, and matter exists. We agree.
Yes.
Therefore, definitionally, something that is outside of space, time, and matter must have made space, time, and matter exist.
Not necessarily. We can. There
Well,
could
then
be
it's against
something,
the laws of reason.
Not because there could always be a universe that existed before our Big Bang. It's not. We could have existed with space, but no matter in a very tiny point. That's what basically the Big Bang was. So I don't see how that disproves atheism. And it's more. Atheism is more of a, I don't believe God exists. Why is this compelling?
Well, I'm going to go through two more proofs of God, and then we'll finish. Then there's what's called the column proof of time, which is thanks to Albert Einstein, we know that time is actually a real thing that can be traversed with enough speed. And in order for time to exist, something timeless must have created it. Finally, there's something called the axiological view of God. I don't know if you know this one. Axios comes from the word, the Greek word judgment. Axios and judgment mean the same thing, which basically means that every human being has some form of right and wrong embedded in us. For example, when the Nuremberg trials were happening, the Nazis were not able to say, well, it was just the laws of the land. They actually appealed to a higher power, saying that every one of us had some good or evil within us.
So that doesn't. I mean, that kind of disproves, right? I mean, if the Nazis were able to point to something outside of themselves and say, hey, this is the reason why we're doing this crap.
They didn't. No, the point is the Nazis didn't. Is that the people doing the trial did. Meaning the Nazis were not able to excuse that. So out of all those proofs of God, what, if any of them, are persuasive to you?
None.
None. Okay. So then what...
Wow.
If you look at a human being and you look at the improbability of our, how we are put together, do you believe that we are largely an accident of multi-billions of years of evolution?
Yes. How do we know? How do we not know that how do we know that there isn't something that's identical to us on another, planet somewhere that we haven't encountered yet? It's just a skeptic in me that's thinking that way. That's
You ain't gonna find it. You think you're gonna find that? You're not.
Says, hey, maybe there's something out there that
You can't even leave this planet. I mean, there's one way to leave it, but hey, most don't want to do that.
we haven't contacted yet. That is on in another galaxy or another planet or something that we just don't know about.
Or maybe there isn't.
Okay.
So the improbability, though, of our existence and the Earth and oxygen and carbon and nitrogen and all of it together, you don't marvel at a human being being able to heal itself when it's cut or grow to a...
No, because we're not the only beings on Earth that can do that. There's a lot of people.
Well, we are the only ones that can reason, though.
Okay.
Do you marvel at our capacity to reason it? Even the ability for mammals or reptiles to reproduce life. You don't see any intelligent design behind it.
None.
You just see it as
it's a consequence of natural selection and evolution over millions and probably millions of years.
So
He in denial, deep denial. What the heck?
we both have faith.
Okay.
I would argue you have a lot more faith than I do. You have a lot more blind faith to believe that everything around you, love, joy, peace, sadness, is all just a construct of neurons firing in your brain.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So do you believe that we are just limited to our five senses?
No, I think even science has said that there can be like a sixth sense of...
What is that sixth sense?
Like a sixth sense that can be aware of what's surrounding the body. That, like, I can know that there's another person next to me, or there's a microphone in front of me. I can sense that. I don't need to have my eyes...
Okay.
Oh, I could be blind and I could still know that was there. I mean, I didn't need... I use more than five senses. Science has told us that for decades, that we have more than
What do you
five
think happens when you die?
senses. Nothing. Our
Oh my goodness.
electronic impulses just stop firing and
Let me ask you
Nothingness.
the most important question.
Okay.
Do you hope you're wrong?
not really.
Okay.
No, I mean, I've got
So,
this.
you don't desire an afterlife?
I consider this life as an atheist the more compelling than even when I was younger and when I was religious, because I think that this is the only life we have. We need to do with it what we can, the best that we can do it, and it's like I said, it's just the one chance we got. We don't have an afterlife. We don't have anything after that. So our goal is to
All right.
become the best people that we can possibly be in that one chance that we get.
How do you do that without following Christ?
Okay.
Okay. I will be stunned. So you hope that there's no eternal judgment and you never see your loved ones after you die?
No, not really.
I hope you all
Damn, he don't care about them. Damn.
internalize just how dark that is, how sad that is.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I'm not trying to criticize you. We as Christians have hope that we are going to see our loved ones again, and that we will be in heaven, and that we will be in perfect peace, and that this is not it. In fact, there's something even better awaiting us. So I hope one day that you do seek to find something higher and better, that this is not all for us in our existence. Thank you so much.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Exactly, man. Speaking of such, man, when it come to Mr. Kirk, I hope to see him if, when it's all said and done. If the Lord don't turn me away, I hope he does not. But if he let me in there, I hope to see Brother Kirk. If not, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But I think I will. Yeah. You know, it takes guts to go out there and speak on the faith. You know, it's not something that's easy to do. It's not. It's hard. It's hard to do that. Sure. Some people can't even speak to a crowd in general. Speaking to a crowd about the faith, knowing that it could go left, you know, which unfortunately happened a few days ago. But I believe, you know, that he's in paradise. Because like I said, you know, of course he said things that wasn't the nicest to some people. But if you got thick skin like me, because, you know, I've been on the internet. You know, I've been scrolling through the internet for years. I see so many bad comments. Way worse than anything he ever said. So what he said was, you know, nothing to me. People was like, oh man, I don't like that he said that. I was like, I could see how it could be controversial, but to me, it wasn't even all that serious. You know, like when he said that 2A, no matter what happened, guess what? All the thugs and gangsters agree. Hey, but me, hey, I ain't no thug or no gangster, but I'm just saying though, all the thugs and gangsters agree. You think somebody in the hood ain't watching kid and saying, hey man, I don't like some of the things he said, but hey, that 2A though, the boys sitting back, hey man, that 2A though, that 2A, even though they don't give a fig about no 2A, they gon', if they take away 2A tomorrow, the thugs, the gangsters, even a whole lot of politicians, they gonna have theirs. Yours gonna get took. That's why, hey, people want to twist it and say, hey, since this what happened to Kirk, man, they didn't take away the 2A. Hell nah, take away no damn 2A, man. Cause all the outlaws gonna have 2A. While we don't got ish to protect ourselves. Nah, screw all that. 2A forever, okay? 2A forever. Look, Bible and 2A forever, okay? Sorry, not sorry. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Shoot. Long live Mr. Kirk. Long live him. You know the crazy thing about it? People was like, oh man, he could have been president. I'm like, he too young. I didn't even know he was that young at first. Like, he's just, I think, was he even going to turn 32 this year? I don't think he was. I could look into it. Hold up. I can look into it. Hold on. Oh, he was gonna turn 32 this year. Okay. Oh man, that sucks. Damn, he was that tall? Jeez, I knew he was tall, but damn, that's pretty tall. But yeah, man. Hey, the king reigns forever, dog. As long as you believe that, you know, and your actions reflect that you believe that. You know, avoiding drug usage, avoiding cursing, avoiding conflict, wrath, all of that, sowing a discord, talking down on people, and all that stuff. You should be just fine. What that Proverbs 6 describes the 6 things that God hates. You know, John 3:36. You know, I quote that one all the time. Shoot, the last thing I thought I would wake up to would be that. Oh man, what the heck? You don't have to agree with everything someone says, man. Like the fig. You know. Sheesh. But hey, it ain't over, dog. It ain't over till the sky cracks open and the king returns. The king. I wonder will we be here when that happened. You know, I don't know what order is going. All this stuff gonna happen in. A lot of people saying, "Oh man, you ain't gonna literally see Mark of the Beast and all that." I'm like, I don't know, man. Just might. You know what I'm saying? You might just be playing your favorite video game that they know the mark on your hand. Oh shoot! I knew I should have never bought this video game. You know, video games like Diablo. What's that joke called? Diablo. I ain't saying they would do that, but hey, I don't know, man. That just look a bit wicked. Diablo. Oh, they already on number 4. See how wicked that job look? I never played any of them. See how wicked it looks? You playing that job, they know you can't move your hand off the controller. Now I say Diablo on your hand. Though Diablo means devil in Espanol. ¿Qué? Man. But y'all might be up out of here, man. Hey. Regardless of comments, whether you see negative or positive about him, it was gonna happen regardless. Happened to Christ first. It still happens to Christ to this day. See on the other video how the dude was mocking Christ? Supposedly dressed like Christ. You don't even know what color Christ was even wearing, dude. It sure as heck they have no soccer mom hairdo like you had. But that was the other video. It wasn't this one. But yeah. They only got one job. You know how people say all the time in the comment section, oh, the cameraman had one job. Us, as people, we got one job. Spread the word of God, and live out the word of God. Like James 1:22 says, don't just be hearers of the word, but doers of the word. Simple. Well, not that simple, but it's simple to read, you know, especially if you got NIV or ESV, NLT, that's easy to read. I know KJV is pretty hard to read. Maybe even in KJV, that might be hard too, but you'll get it. Just start off with a children's Bible, you'll get it. Yeah. Yeah, it can't be that hard to understand. Let me see these comments. I didn't check the comments on the last video. We got any new ones? What? What is he talking about? What is this person talking about in the comments? Like New Testament don't mention brimstone and fire. It does. New Testament is scarier than Old. Old Testament? What God would do if you disobey him? He'll just take you out. New Testament? No. They mention something called a second death in New Testament. You get taken out twice. So don't think that New Testament is nicer than Old. It's not. I'm sure most people would prefer to get taken out once, not twice. What's people talking about? Somebody said evolution not a faith. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because y'all literally don't know who the heck laid the cosmic egg. Where the bird at that laid it? Where the chicken at? Where the ostrich? You don't even know what kind of bird laid it. Let me stop. Let me get up out of here, man. Hey, man. Peace be upon you all and blessings from the Most High.